me check something. Okay. Looks like everything is correct. Jesus Christ. Anyways, back to this, I guess. This game is as it turned out my graphics quality. Come on, why isn't it loading? Does R15 only support this one? What is happening? First off, I'm gonna change my thing. I don't want to be R15. Okay, I guess this game just forces to R15. That's cool. I have my phone up so that I can read chat. But now I'm gonna have to charge my phone instead of my laptop. Although I doubt anyone's even gonna watch the stream, because why would you watch a stream like this? It's so unconventional. It's stupid. I love how slow this is being. It really pleases me. The latency. Maybe my internet's just bad. No, my internet's pretty good. To FNAF 3. Okay, sweet, we're in FNAF 3. My Wi-Fi is bad for something, I guess. I don't know. Usually it's fine. Shit. Yeah, I doubt I'm going to talk that much because I'm trying to absolutely lock in. Okay, autoplay didn't turn off. up the entire time in fast, to be fair. Can you not come in the vents? Oh, we certainly can. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything about the phantoms. How the fuck is it night 3? And why is it in English? It's almost 6 a.m. Wait, no, I shouldn't go this way, because that's where Springtrap is. Okay, but also sounds like Springtrap's this way. That loud screeching noise, that's Springtrap. I did it. Oh, now I gotta do night 2, because I've only done night 1. I thought I would have been in the night 1 area, like... And the FNAF 1 and 2 game modes are too difficult for me. I tried them, and I couldn't do them. Especially the FNAF 1. I die instantly. Where's game? Please don't be slow. Okay, night 2. Bro, don't donate. Bro. I doubt I'm gonna be able to read chat that much because I have to look down at my phone. Am I about to die? I don't think so. What the hell's that? Why is my screen like vibrating? Oh, hey buddy. Hey buddy. Hey buddy. How's it going? chance, I think. I hope. Can I just sit here? Will I be fine? What is that? I guess not. I guess I wouldn't be fine. Oh yeah, deforestation therapy. This game's awesome. This game is awesome. We love deforestation therapy. That scared me. I have an auto clicker, and I'm going to use it the whole time, so I'm not clicking that many times. Much more lame than I remember. Damn. I don't want to play this. I think it's pretty loud. Five Nights at... I gotta play this. Yes! What kind of question is that? Of course. Hell yeah. Let me in. Let me in! Let me in! Yes! This is awesome. No, Pookie left. I think. I don't know, actually. Do I count as a viewer? Since I'm viewing on my phone so I can read chat? I don't know. No, whatever. It's fine. I'm the night guard. Stay in the office. Where's the office? I don't know where the office is. Oh, here's the office. Wait, what do I do? This night. Do we have a power limit? I guess we do 90%. Dog. All three of us are just sitting here. Why does the cameras keep popping up randomly? Hell nah! What the fuck? That's ear rape. That is actual ear rape. Okay, I'm plugging my phone so I can plug in my laptop. Oh God. Where did they go? What even... Is that... Why do the cameras keep popping up? Hey, buddy. No, I don't want to buy or revive. I'm the only one of this. Everyone left. This is so ass. My Kawaii Dream Core room? Hell yeah. Wow. Such enthralling gameplay. Load! Bro! I don't care, I'm not playing this shit. Emo War 1932. I tried that game, it was ass. I wish it was better. Because it's such a great concept. Sad Satan on Roblox. No. Peek, peek, peek. No, I don't feel like it. Yeah, let's play Guess the Fruit. This game sucked when I played it. I played the whole thing. It's terrible. Some of these are literally unguessable. Apple. Banana. Banana. Orange. Strawberry. Watermelon. Lemon. Grape. Cherry. Cherry. Lime. What is that thing? What is this? Dumbass saying grapes. We already did grapes. Bro said watermelon. Oh, bro's gone. I'm not playing this shit. Let's play Regretivator. My heavens. And it's one of those like headaches that's behind your eyes and it hurts really bad, and it's also in my throat a bit. I love it when I can see. It feels like I have sunburn, but I don't have sunburn. It is November. Yo! Yo! My guy! My guy! My guy! He's here! That's my guy! That's my guy! Yeah! That's so awesome. Is that so cool and awesome? Is that so awesome and cool and sweet and awesome? I think it's pretty awesome. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! Oh yeah, I love being unfunny. Hey, hola, who is this guy? Who's this guy? Who's this guy? I can do math. Yay! Yay! I'm not even doing the math. I'm solving basic logic based off the other questions. Picking the highest number or the lowest depending on what the question is. Yay! Yay! I'm goated with that trackpad movement. You don't even know. I don't have a mouse. Goated like that. Yay! Wow, I'm the goat! This is awesome. That one is easy. And the music's banging. Love MIDI music. It's got a repetitive yet catchy melody. Who is this guy? Yo, Zombots! What's the goal? Yo!
So be sure to pay attention.
That's my guy! That's my guy! That's my guy! Right there, that's my guy! We love Glorby! What the fuck? What the fuck? What was that? What hit me? Yo, it's Red Ball! What? What is making me lose health?
It's a pile of bull.
No! What the fuck? What? He's making me take damage. What is this? Now I want to be the front. Hi, Tutti. Where's bro have a Nerf gun? Bro, your wings. What? Did I die? What? I sift. That's why I sift my cement everywhere. What? The cement is filled with cancer entities. What if we're yapping about? Avoid falling off. What? I couldn't tell what was happening. It's lagging. I'm so swaggers at the I'm just standing in place. Oh fuck. What? Why am I invisible? Did I win? Did I win? I won! What if I got scissors? Oh, that's a knife. Wait, is it scissors? That's a knife. It's a butterfly knife. What is a butterfly knife? How are you're an NPC? How do you have 10 health? That's what that means, right? Bang an avatar, my man. What do we do? Oops. You got the bad ending. Try again. I'm getting bored. I'm sleepy. Although I'm always sleepy, to be fair. I might even just stop playing Roblox, like, play a different game, maybe. Yeah, sure. Walk 1,207. Alright.
Cheeseburgers.
Here we go. Can I change stream name? Because I'm probably just gonna change it to playing games until I blow my brains out instead of playing Roblox. Playing random shit till I blow my brains out. So I'm playing random shit in Roblox till I blow my brains out. Change the stream title. There's no way I've only been streaming for 9 minutes. I simply don't believe that. Yeah. Not been more than 5 minutes. Very tired. So I might just feel like time slowing down or something. It still feels longer than 15 minutes, which I think is how long I've been streaming for. And my speed's at 69. Oh god, we're just reaching 10,000 studs. I don't even get anything for reaching that far. I might make music soon. Although I am speeding up, actually. I'm at 76. I might just fuck around like FL Studio first. Sweet. Does it feel like I'm moving faster? What is this? What did that do? Am I going faster? Fuck is that? Like a ring? I gotta get that speed boost. How did... I'm not... I don't know. I don't care. Turn on to move on. And just like have this shit on the back. change the stream title once again to doing random shit until I run my brains out, since I'm about to make music. I doubt it's gonna be very good music, but it's gonna be music. Give me a second while I edit. Title. Okay, ski. Open up furnace. Oh yeah, listen to this banger song I'm making. Stop. No. Listen to this banger. Actually, how loud is this for you? Give me a second. Alright, that's fair, I guess. Me win the number. Me win the number. I got told, blah blah. I forgot what I was gonna say. Actually, I'm hungry. I might just get something to eat, like react to, I don't fucking know, Parkour Civilization. Don't ask why I was looking at pictures of Goku. I needed it for the thumbnail. Being quiet. Parkour. How do you spell parkour? Parkour Civilization. But before I do that, and before I get food, I gotta ask everyone here. Like, probably I'm the only one viewing. Let me check. Let me see. Let me see. Yep. I'm the only one. Before I do this, I gotta ask myself a question. Would you rather jump for the beef and risk it all with the two block jump, or go the safe option of the 1 block jump for the chicken? I'm gonna go make some food because I'm hungry. I'll be back. Let me turn on an internet checkpoint while you wait. I'll be back. Made a ham and cheese sandwich because it's banging. Alright, let's start, I guess.
Let's go. Open up. It's time for parkour.
Alright, time for my mandatory parkour check. Let's get this over with.
You're late. You know the deal. You can do the one block jump for the raw chicken, or you can attempt the one block vertical jump for the beef.
Here in Parkour Civilization, no one chooses to jump for the beef. It's better to be safe and do the one block jump for the chicken rather than risk your entire life for just half a hunger bar more.
Tomorrow, you better not be late, or you'll be doing 2 block jumps as punishment.
Yes sir, sorry, I won't be late next time. Down here, us parkour noobs only get fed once a day. One piece of raw chicken is just enough to get you to the next day. But that's the life of Parkour Civilization. If you want to survive,
I don't
you
know
have
how
to
much I'm gonna
parkour.
talk.
Every parkour noob has
Turn
the
on
same
subtitles.
goal, and that's to make it to the top layer where all the parkour pros live. Except most parkour pros are born on the top layer. If you're a parkour noob, there's only one way up, and
Sorry if
that
y'all
is through
hear
the
me.
Temple of
I'm sorry if
Parkour.
you
The
guys
Temple of
hear me
Parkour is the
chewing.
only structure in the world that combines the bottom layer to the top layer. To make it up, you have to do an impossibly hard parkour course that no parkour noob has ever completed. And that's assuming you even get the chance to complete the course. The inside of the temple is protected by a barrier, and the barrier is if they've earned a ticket. I've never even tried getting a ticket before, but if I'm gonna rank up to a parkour pro one day, I'm gonna have to. In my neighborhood, pretty much everyone is following. He's been my neighbor for 5 years. No! Why did he try going for the beef? Well, I guess I have to change my statement. I now live in this neighborhood alone. In Parkour Civilization, only parkour pros are allowed to break or place blocks. For parkour noobs, it's strictly prohibited. And unfortunately, I found that out the hard way. A while ago, I was searching around and I somehow stumbled upon an oak log. No one has seen an oak log in years since trees don't exist in Parkour Civilization. So I had to try to take it.
Stop right now.
Oh no, I'm done for.
You really thought you could break that without me noticing? What, were you gonna try to cheat parkour?
No, sir, I didn't try to cheat. I just thought it would be super rare and I wanted to collect it.
Stop talking. Give me 2 jumps now.
2 jumps in a row? Okay, sorry sir, I'll do it right now.
You know what? You seem a little too happy about 2. Let's make it 3.
Okay, I'll do 3.
You know what? Now let's make it 4 jumps in a row.
Ah, 4 in a row? Come on. In Parkour Civilization, it should be no surprise that all punishments were just more forms of parkour. And that was the last time I ever tried breaking a block.
You're lucky you got a light punishment. Don't forget, you're at the bottom, so follow the rules.
It's safe to say that if you're at the bottom level of Parkour Civilization, it's not exactly the best. But not everything in
There's shit.
Parkour Civilization is that bad. For example, I was able to use parkour to buy the biggest house in the neighborhood. In Parkour Civilization, literally everything is parkour, and that means parkour has replaced money.
Welcome. Choose which house you want to buy.
It's pretty nice. In Parkour Civilization, all you have to do to buy anything is just make more parkour jumps. I'm not really sure why or how parkour works as a currency, but all I know is I basically bought a 2-story house for free. Somehow when I was buying my house, I convinced myself to go for the ladder jump to buy the bigger house. In Parkour Civilization, parkour jumps with trickier items like ladders are worth more. That's why this jump basically bought me a mansion.
No way. Thank you for buying the big house. Let me take you right to it. Just follow me.
Let's go, this is awesome. I just bought my first house. All
Double
houses
big
in
house.
Parkour Civilization are pre-built, and they all have one thing in common. It's a requirement that every single house has a parkour jump inside to get to your bed. This is a way to make sure everyone in Parkour Civilization parkours everywhere they go, even inside the house.
So, this is the neighborhood you'll be living in. You're the only 2-story house here. So if you follow me, I'll give you a house tour.
This is so sick. That ladder jump literally made me the richest one in the neighborhood.
As you can see, you have a jump on the top floor and a jump on the bottom floor. Let me show you the upstairs, and then the house is all yours.
Alright, I mean, everything looks good. I just have to do this jump to my bed. Yeah, I think I got everything figured out.
Perfect. Last thing, I just need to check if your parkour jump is good.
How are you supposed to check if it's good? Wait, what the? Did this guy for real just jump off? I'm really confused. Is he alive? Why did he do that?
Alright, just wanted to confirm that your house is ready to move in. The guy did in fact die, so everything should be good.
That guy seriously died?
What?
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's a part of the job. Enjoy your house.
How is that a part of the job? What? No one really remembers how Parkour Civilization started. Most of the parkour noobs down here at least think that the parkour pros were the ones who started it. But the truth is, I think I was the one who started it. For some reason, I can't remember the best, but I'm pretty sure this is how the story went. Yo, see what? Yo. Hello? Bro, you think I could get a diamond real quick? I was mining for like 3 hours and I only found 2 diamonds. I just want to make a diamond pickaxe.
Sorry. Don't have any to spare.
Bro, come on, don't be like that. You were literally just holding one. Dude, just give me one and I'll pay you back later. I just need a pickaxe.
Alright, fine. Give me 1 second. If you want a diamond, you gotta give me something. Alright, watch out. Back up for 1 second. Look, if you can make this 4-block jump, I'll pay you 1 diamond.
Make this 4-block jump? Wait, why? Why are you gonna pay me to do parkour? What do you even gain from this?
I don't know. I've just never seen anyone do it before. I'd pay to see it done.
Okay, I'll take the offer. Oh, this is so annoying. Alright, just give me a
Bro, you
second.
didn't
I know
even
it's
jump.
possible. I've done it before.
I told you, bro, it's not possible.
Just stop talking and watch. I'm gonna do it in like 30 seconds. And there we go. Finally. Look, I told you.
That was
No
actually
way.
incredible. Alright, well, I got my money's worth.
Let's go. I got paid for parkour.
If you want, I can keep making more parkour for you to do, and I'll pay you for it.
Are you kidding? Dude, totally. Alright, I'll be back here tomorrow, I guess. And this is basically how parkouring for money started. The next day I showed up to Siwat's house, he offered me way more diamonds this time, and he constructed an entire parkour course outside of his house to do. But little did we know that this parkour course would completely change the way that the world works. Soon after this event, the Parkour Civilization began. Now that I think about it, there's kind of an unexplainable gap between those events and now, but oh well.
Parkour check time. You got 30 seconds.
Another beautiful morning and I have to parkour for some more raw chicken that will make me starve even more. Alright, I'm here.
1 block for raw chicken, 1 block vertical for beef. What are you choosing today?
Considering my neighbor just died for going for the beef, I'm just gonna go with the chicken again.
Keep in mind, there's a ticket event today. It's gonna be about 200 blocks west.
This was huge news. If there actually was a ticket event today, I would need to go for the beef. Ticket events are usually far away, and I would starve by the time I got there if I chose the chicken. But luckily, I got the beef.
No way! You made that jump? You might become a
No
parkour
way.
pro
You
one
made
day.
that jump.
You really think I could rank up to be a
That
parkour
isn't a
pro?
difficult jump.
Not a chance. You're a parkour noob. You guys never rank up.
It's important to know that parkour pros have really big egos and they like to put down the parkour noobs. This was an important day. This was only the 2nd time I've jumped for the beef, and now I have a chance to earn a ticket. The ticket events are so risky because they're located so far away. If I wasn't paying attention, I could miss just one of these 1-block jumps and my entire chances of becoming a parkour pro would be over. But luckily, I made it to the ticket event. When I got here, there were only 3 parkour noobs in line to do the parkour course. Most noobs don't even show up for the courses anymore because if you miss 1 jump, you end up like this guy. And that's the price you pay if you want a ticket to be a parkour pro. I watched as the 2nd noob fell to the void. Hey man, do you think you could go already?
I don't know, man. I'm kind of nervous I'm gonna fall.
No, you don't need to be nervous. I'm sure you're fine. Oh,
Bruh.
shoot. Okay. Never mind then. Before going for it, I wanted to study the parkour course. You see, every week the ticket challenge changes, and it's completely random. And this week's course was extremely difficult. There was a 2-block jump to get to the ticket, and if you get it, a 2-block jump to get out of it. Here's the thing about Parkour Civilization. Parkour can be used for anything, and that includes bribing parkour pros. Check this out. If I do a parkour jump with the 360, will you replace one of the 2-block jumps with a 1-block jump?
You want to do a 1-block jump with a 360? Fine. There's no way you're gonna make it, but I'll accept.
Let's go, the parkour pro accepted by bribe. And now I have another problem. I have to do a 360? Have I even done this before? Whatever, I'm just gonna go for it. Please make it. No way. I actually did it. All right, deal's a deal, right?
I'm not gonna lie. That was a parkour noob do. Well, deal.
Because it looks like total shit.
And I promised myself that I wasn't gonna waste it. I made my way over.
Bruh! Why my shit lagging? I have good internet.
to access the parkour temple, and I promised myself that I wasn't gonna waste it. I made my way over to the parkour temple. I was in a good spot. I had 3 full hunger bars, which is the most hunger a parkour noob can.
What the fuck?
This was it. There was no better time, no more perfect time to try making the parkour course to rank up to a parkour to the hoppers in the ground. My chickens, the invisible barrier that guards the parkour temple was down. And now, of course, I had to make sure I didn't fail the 1 block jump to actually get inside the temple. I made the 1 block jump successfully, and now I was officially...
He was officially... I swear to God. What the fuck?
Inside the temple. This was it. This was the moment I've been waiting for my entire life. This was the parkour course that no parkour noob has ever beaten. If you miss any of these jumps, you'll either die from fall damage or fall directly into the void. But I've come too far and I've practiced too much to have that happen. I wasn't just going to be another parkour noob that fails this course. I was going to be the first one to rank up to become a parkour pro. My journey to becoming a parkour pro starts now.
Hey, wake up. You want a chance to eat today or what?
Alright, let's get this over with.
Let's go. Hurry up and do the parkour, noob.
Down here in Parkour Prison, even the cells have 1 block jumps. If you miss a single jump, or if a parkour pro catches you not jumping for 30 seconds, you'll be thrown into the lava.
Alright, I gotta ask. Do you want to do a diagonal jump to reduce your prison sentence time?
Most parkour noobs would never take this deal. Diagonal jumps are just not worth the risk. But I wasn't just gonna sit in parkour prison my entire life. If there was any chance I could get out sooner, I was gonna take it.
That was unexpected. Congrats! You've earned 1 day off your prison time. That means you go from 49 years and 320 days to 49 years and 319 days left.
And this is how my life is gonna be for the next 49 years in parkour prison. That is, unless I find a way to get to that portal and make my way back to parkour civilization. Parkour prison is located directly under the bottom layer of parkour civilization. If a parkour noob misses any jump, they fall into the void and end up here. And the only way back to civilization is to spend 50 years here without failing a jump. Before I was sent here, I never knew this place existed, and I was so close to becoming a parkour pro. My entire life, I've been training for one goal, and that's to go to the Temple of Parkour and complete the impossible course to rank up to become a parkour pro. I had everything. I earned the ticket to get inside the temple, and I had enough food to make the journey. But when the time came, I failed the first jump. And now I'm dead. What the... Where am I?
Welcome to Parkour Prison, or as most noobs call it, their worst nightmare. You'll just follow me, I'll take you right to your cell.
Parkour Prison? What is this place? I don't get it. How am I still alive?
Hey, and just make sure you don't miss any of these 1 block jumps, because if you fall in the lava, you will die for real this time.
Oh, yeah, not a problem. I've never missed a 1 block jump in my life. What I didn't get is why Parkour Prison existed. Instead of letting the parkour noobs just fall into the void, somehow this massive structure was made under the void to...
Alright, noob, this is your cell.
All of the cells in Parkour Prison were separated by a 3-block gap, meaning once I went inside this cell, I would never be able to escape. But that wasn't gonna stop me from trying.
Jump.
Make sure you're doing at least 1 jump in your cell every 30 seconds. If one of us catches you not jumping, you're not making it out of here.
Just minutes before this, I was about to rank up to be a parkour pro, and now I'm in the most dangerous place in parkour civilization. As far as I'm concerned, I'm the only noob right now in Parkour Prison. My guess is most of them by now fell in the lava. Wait, there's actually someone here. Let's go, I'm not alone down here. Wait, why does this guy look familiar? He's been my neighbor for 5 years. No! Why did he try going for the beef? No way, it is my neighbor. Wow, I'm so glad I'm not alone down here. No! Dude, what is wrong with this guy? Alright, he has to be doing it on purpose at this point. The only thing that's better about Parkour Prison is they feed us fish instead of raw chicken.
Hey, noob, let's go. You've been selected for parkour testing. Be down there in 30 seconds.
And this is one of the not so good parts about prison. The random parkour testing. Bro, wait, you didn't even fill in this gap. man, now I gotta do another 1-block jump. If you're a prisoner here, the only thing you hope for is that you don't get selected for random parkour testing. Every few days, the pros will pick a noob at random to test out a new course they've built. This time, the course I was selected for had fence parkour. If I failed to make this 1-block fence jump, I wouldn't be coming back.
Let's go, we don't have all day. Get on the course.
Yes, sir, I'm going right now. The worst part about these random courses is that they intentionally use harder blocks for the jumps. The pros know that the noobs have almost no experience with fence jumps, but they build them anyways.
Alright, testing complete. Back to your cell in 30 seconds.
By some miracle, I was able to get past this week's random testing course. But what about the next week, or the week after that? There's gonna be some day when they build a jump that I can't do, and I need to get out of here before
Well,
that happens.
because you're the
Luckily,
main
I've been
character.
thinking of a plan
You're
to make
Jack.
my escape.
You're
Back in
never gonna
Parkour
die.
Civilization, I used parkour to bribe one of
We're
the pros,
currently in
and
the
now
Aqua
I was gonna
point.
do it again. Hey, guard!
What do you want, noob?
I got something to show you. Can you come over here?
This better be worth my time, or I'm not feeding you tomorrow. Okay, what?
Oh, nothing really. I just wanted to ask you if I could pay you in 3 diagonal jumps in a row for 5 minutes of free time?
3 in a row?
Yep, 3 in a row. What do you think?
You're definitely not making that. But it's not like I care anyways. Sure.
Like always, parkour can be used to get out of any situation. But now, I had one chance to make 3 diagonal jumps in a row, or else
Why'd
I
you
was
just
dead.
die?
Come on. 1, 2, 3! No way! I actually did it!
Okay, 5 minutes of free time, but you better be back in your cell by the time I get back.
The bribe worked. Now, I had 5 minutes to roam around Parkour Prison to see if I could find a way to escape. I had no clue what was going to happen to me after I escaped, but I didn't have time to think about that right now. When I jumped around the prison, I noticed someone doing the random testing course. Wait, is that who I think it is? No, you don't need to be nervous. I'm
Yo!
sure you're fine. Oh, no way. It is the guy who failed the ticket event in front of me. That guy was nice. I hope he clutches up these glass
He's gonna
jumps and makes
fall.
it back to civilization. Oh, something was strange about this testing course. Why were they using glass for parkour? Glass jumps aren't even a thing at the parkour noob level. If noobs have never done glass jumps, why would they use them to test the jumps? I just gotta get out of
I bet you're trying to think of a plan to escape, right?
What? Escape? What are you talking about? I would never try to escape.
Never.
You're not? I was gonna take you to the portal, but if you don't want to,
This obviously seems like you're trying to set me up.
it's not a setup. No one says you have to stay here. You can leave at any time. Just follow me and I'll take you there.
I'm 99% sure I'm being led into a trap, but it doesn't matter. If he gets me close to the portal, I'll try to improvise. If this guard was leading me into a trap, I couldn't see what it was.
Yeah,
he was already
dumb.
getting me so close to the
That
portal.
was just
At this
dumb.
point, I was just gonna have to take a chance and hope that he was telling me the truth. I was now 5 blocks away from going back to Parkour Civilization.
You can leave now, if you accept the terms that you can never earn a ticket to rank up to become a parkour pro for the rest of
You
your life.
bitch.
Wait, you're saying if I
Bitch.
go back to Parkour Civilization now, I can never be a parkour pro?
That's correct. Or you can wait out the remainder of your 49 years here in prison.
So this was the catch. I could leave parkour prison right now, but in return, I could never become a parkour pro. Or I could try to survive here for another 49 years. It wasn't worth it to stay. I needed to get out of here. Okay, I've made my decision. I'm gonna go back.
So you accept. Good luck.
This was it. The work was done. I escaped parkour prison. But at what cost? Leaving now meant that I would be a noob for the rest of my life. When I went through the portal, I was brought back into Parkour Civilization. The portal spawned me at the entrance of the Temple of Parkour.
But
This
then
was
how-
probably the
why
last
would you
time
do
I
that,
would
though?
ever
You could
step
just
foot
wait
in
5
this
years
temple.
and
I
be
had my
able.
chance to rank up to become a pro, and I failed. Now, I can never earn a ticket ever again.
remember
You know,
that.
it's not the worst thing in the world. Now, I can just go back to my ordinary life in Parkour Civilization. You know, now that I think about it,
Watch
it's
him
not the
fail.
worst situation in the world. I mean, at least I still have my mansion. Wait, who is this? I still own this house, right?
No, you don't. This house no longer belongs to you. This parkour noob just purchased this new mansion. So you'll have to leave now.
Wait. This guy just bought my house? How can he do that?
Well, you fell and went to parkour prison. So you lost the house. When you were down there, this parkour
You
noob bought
should,
it.
Bro, really?
repeal
Wow,
the
so I
Third
really don't own
Amendment.
this
I
house
think that'd be
anymore.
really
Well, this
cool.
guy can enjoy.
Okay, it's for sale now.
Let's go so I can move back into my house?
After you buy it again, sure.
Wait, really? Are you serious? I have to buy it again? I went back to the shop to go buy my mansion again, but while I was at Parkour Prison, something bad happened. The prices for houses in my neighborhood went way up. Now, if I wanted to buy my mansion, I would have had to pay for it with a 2-block jump. It was too risky. I was
Damn,
gonna have to find
inflation,
somewhere else to
for
live.
real.
Fortunately, I found another shop that was selling wood houses. A bit of a downgrade from the stone house, but it was all I could afford. I could either do a 1-block fence jump for a small house, or a 1.5-block stair jump for a large house. I figured if I'm gonna be living on the noob level for my entire life,
hell
I
did the
might as well buy the
caption
big
say?
house. Large house. I figured if fence jump for a small house or a 1.5-block stair jump for a large house. I figured if I'm gonna be living on the noob level for my entire life, I might as well buy the big house. Luckily, escaping Parkour Prison gave me the confidence to make the jump easily. Now, I got a mansion in a new neighborhood where, not to my surprise, everyone fell into the void, so it's just me living here. The house is definitely a bit of a downgrade from my previous mansion, but it's still a 2-story house, and it has a painting, which is something you don't really see that often in Parkour Civilization. I just keep wondering what my life would have been like if I actually made it to the pro civilization. Now, I don't think I'll ever figure out what it looks like up there. I just wish that— Whoa! What was that? When I went to sit in my chair, I backed up against the wall and there was nothing behind me. This painting was covering something. I walked through the painting and it revealed a secret door. For some reason, this house I bought had some hidden passage. Whoever made this was obviously trying to hide something. But what was it? There was a ladder that led to the bottom floor, and when I got down there, I found a man. Somehow there was already someone living here. By their leather boots, I could tell it was a parkour noob. This was obviously some mistake. I went to go leave, but then—
Wait! Don't leave!
The man spoke to me. He said he's been watching me.
I watched you enter the Temple of Parkour. I think you have what it takes to rank up.
I'm sorry, man. I think you're confused. I can never earn a ticket anymore. I'm gonna be a parkour noob forever.
No, there is still a way I can get you a ticket.
Wait. What are you talking about?
When I was younger, I earned myself a ticket, but I never used it. Instead, I hid it far, far away.
The old man said it wasn't his destiny to rank up to be a pro, but it was mine. He brought out a compass and he threw it to me. He told me that if I followed this compass, I'll find the hidden ticket. This was the second chance I was looking for. I had no way of knowing whether the old man was telling the truth or not, but at this point, I had nothing to lose. Maybe this works, maybe it doesn't. All I know is that I wasn't done with Parkour Civilization just yet. Come on, just one jump at a time and I should be there soon.
Where do you think you're going?
Oh, this can't be good.
This is a parkour checkpoint. Why do you want to leave Parkour Civilization?
If the pro found out why I was really out here, I might go back to Parkour Prison. I was gonna need an excuse. I just wanted to practice my 2-block jumps.
Listen, noob. Out there, you'd never survive. Besides, what do you need to practice for? You can never rank up, buddy.
Despite my convincing story, it didn't work. I was in big trouble now. Following this compass is the only possible way I can make it up to the Parkour Pro Civilization. I was gonna have to try something else.
I told you to go home.
What if I paid you with a backwards jump?
A backwards jump?
Okay, at least he's listening, and now I get one chance at this. Oh my god, I actually made it. That was crazy.
Wait. No, that was crazy. Move aside and let me try this.
You got it. Just make sure you jump far enough. Oh, shoot. That was not my plan. I thought he was just gonna let me pass. Alright. Well, I guess that works. Now that I made it past the parkour checkpoint, it was time to go searching for the hidden ticket. That's assuming that the ticket I'm looking for is even real. After the mysterious old man gave me this compass and told me that it would lead to a ticket to rank up to Parkour Pro Civilization, I immediately started preparing for the journey because this time I wasn't gonna fail. The biggest problem I had to solve was my food supply. Parkour noobs only get fed once a day, and if this compass was taking me far away, there was no way I would survive on the raw chicken. So for the past week, I've been doing the beef jump every single morning, and for the rest of the day, I tried not to parkour at all so I could save the food. But that's when I almost got caught.
Hold up, what was that sound?
Oh no, I'm starving. This isn't good.
Why are you taking damage? Are you starving?
Starving? No, I'm just in pain because I love parkour so much and I wish I could do it all the time.
Oh man, sorry to hear that. Yeah, love hurts. Well, I hope you feel better.
By some miracle, the parkour pro bought my excuse. If the pro stayed around for any longer, I might have starved to death. I had to eat the piece of beef that I just jumped for, but it didn't matter. I had already prepared enough. By rationing my food, I was able to save up 4 pieces of beef for the journey. I had no clue whether this would be enough food to survive the trip, but But the old man said I had everything I needed, so I guess I was just gonna have to trust him again. Now it was time to go searching for the ticket. Crossing this line of stone means I'm heading into the parkour outskirts. No noob, including myself, has ever been out here. And probably for a good reason. All I know is that the further away you get from parkour civilization, the more dangerous the jumps become. Already, I was starting to see huge chunks of parkour missing. No one knows how the outskirts came to be like this. Or at least no one down here knows. Unfortunately, the compass kept taking me further and further away from parkour civilization. The old man must have hid the ticket out here knowing that no parkour pro would ever go this deep to retrieve it. I was running out of time. I had already been jumping for hours and now I'm down to one piece of raw beef left. And still, I found nothing. That was until I saw something in the distance. I had no way of knowing, but I had a feeling that this was what I was looking for. In all my time here in parkour civilization, I have never seen anything like this. This couldn't be a coincidence. Which means I was gonna have to go parkour to the top. I haven't really prepared for anything like this. Vertical jumps don't exist naturally down here. The only place I've seen vertical jumps is when I jump for food. Luckily, I made it to the top without falling into the void. I didn't see anything at first glance, but when I pulled out my compass, I was in the right place. I didn't get it. The compass was pointing me to the exact block I was standing on. The ticket should be here, unless the old man hid the ticket out of sight and put it underground. If I broke this grass block and a parkour pro catches me, I would for sure be going back to prison for life this time. But if I'm gonna have any shot at making it up to the parkour pro civilization, I'm gonna take that chance. Well, here goes nothing. I broke the block, and underground there was a chest. I couldn't believe it. I had actually found the ticket. But when I opened the chest, something was wrong. There was no ticket to be found. Just a barrier. The old man lied to me. There was no ticket to get up to the pro civilization. Why would he send me all the way out here to get a barrier block? This didn't make any sense. The old man knew I would risk my entire life for a ticket, but he set me up. There had to be some explanation for this. Well, if I'm lucky to survive the trip back, I can ask him why he sent me all the way out here just to get a barrier block, which is also illegal to have. By some miracle, I made it back to the parkour checkpoint without falling.
Hey, you. You were the last one to see the pro stationed here. What happened to him?
Oh, I showed him a backwards jump and then he tried it for himself and then fell.
You? A backwards jump? Are you serious?
Yeah?
Okay, now I have to try. So you just go backwards?
Okay, and he's gone too. Am I gonna be blamed for this? Fortunately, I made it back to my house and no parkour pro has caught me with the barrier block. Now, it's time to ask this old man why in the world he sent me out there to retrieve this. Alright, bro, are you gonna explain to me why the... What the... When I got down to the basement, the old man was nowhere to be found. All that was left was a hole in the ground. Did he jump into the void on purpose? I don't understand what's going on. But that's when I paid attention to the item that was left on the ground. I knew what it was before I even picked it up. It was a ticket to rank up to become a parkour pro. The old man had it on him the entire time, but still sent me to retrieve the barrier block? The old man wanted me to find this barrier for a reason. And now, this was the sign that I was ready to rank up to become a parkour pro. It was time to head to the parkour temple. I made my way back to the place that I never thought I'd step foot in again. The place where no parkour noob in history has ever made it out alive. I went ahead and ate my last piece of beef. Just like last time, I was in such a perfect spot. 3 full bars of hunger is exactly what I need to make it to the top. The barrier guarding the temple was up, so I threw in my ticket and the entrance to the parkour temple was now open. All I had to do now was do something that I totally never do, and that's fail 1 block jumps. Okay, I made the first jump. That's always a good sign. This time around was different. I wasn't gonna let the pressure get to me. I was gonna be the first noob to ever rank up to the pro civilization. Ah no, looking at this jump is giving me flashbacks. My journey to becoming a parkour pro starts now. No, this time was different. I successfully made the first jump, and for the first time in my life, I was actually on the parkour course. Now, all I had to do was just take it 1 jump at a time. The first section was the stone blocks. So far, I've only encountered 1 block vertical jumps, but they were nothing I couldn't handle. Even though I had been on the course for a good amount of time, I was still ways away from making it to the top. After I passed the stone block section, I moved on to the stone slab section. Slabs aren't too common in the noob level of parkour civilization, but luckily, this section wasn't too hard. But it was the next section I was worried about, the stair jumps. This next jump I had to complete was by far the hardest jump I've ever seen. It was a 2 block jump, but I had to go up half a block. But I didn't come all this way to give up. I went for the jump, but I jumped too early. I thought this was it, but by some miracle, a block below me broke my fall, and I only took 2.5 hearts of damage, but that was too close to call. If I was even the slightest bit off, I could have been all the way down there in the void. On my second time around, I made the jump. That stair jump essentially marked the end of the stair section, and now I was on the stone walls. Walls were almost never seen at the noob level, but fortunately, I didn't see anything bigger than a 1-block jump for the rest of the way. All I had to do was sneak and stay on the course, and that's when I got to the point when the jump stopped. I was so high off the ground now, but I knew I was at the end. I climbed up the stairs until I was face to face with the entrance to the Parkour Pro civilization. This was it. I was about to be the first noob in history to rank up. But then the realization hit me. The last jump to get to the Parkour Pro civilization was a 3-block jump. It was impossible. This was why no noob has ever ranked up to become a pro. The course was impossible to begin with. But then I remembered the barrier. This is what the old man wanted me to use it for. He knew the course was impossible, and he wanted to give me a chance to rank up. I placed down the barrier block, and I made the 2-block jump. I did it. I actually did it. I was the first noob in history to ever complete this course. No one at the bottom level knows what society is like up here, and I was gonna be the first one to figure it out. What was it gonna be like? Was I actually gonna be able to see the sky? Well, I guess we'll find out. I walked up to the stone walls, and the doors opened, revealing a room I've never seen anything like before. I turned the corner, and I saw a Parkour Pro just standing there. Hi.
What the? Who are you? Where did you come from? I'm the only one working here.
I came from the noob level. I just beat the course and ranked up.
Wow, I was not expecting this. I'm not sure what to do here. Just go over there and throw your leather boots in the lava.
Alright, time to get my iron boots.
Yes, sir. One ranked up. A noob by the name of Evbo.
Last time I would ever wear leather boots again for the rest of my life. From the looks of it, I only had one more lava jump to go, but this time there were dispensers. I backed up and jumped over the lava, and I was equipped with iron boots. I was officially a Parkour Pro. After I went through, I saw one more jump that led to some barrels. What is this for?
It's for food. You only have
a 1-block jump for food? That's amazing. I opened the barrel to see something that I've never seen before. Cooked meat? In all of these. In my entire life living on the noob level, I've never seen a piece of cooked beef. And now, as a Parkour Pro, I could fully replenish my hunger bar. And that meant I could sprint now. Oh man, this is crazy.
Congratulations on becoming a Parkour Pro. You can now head up those steps and begin your life in Parkour Pro civilization.
Those were the exact words I wanted to hear. This is it. When I walk up these steps, I will be at the top level of Parkour civilization. When I walked into the temple, I immediately saw massive statues. These statues looked like they were showing the Parkour noobs and the Parkour pros. They even had their boots on. This place is insane. I've never seen anything like this. I mean, look at these statues. What the? Gold boots? Who wears gold boots? This doesn't make any sense. What is this?
Diamond?
Am I not at the top of Parkour civilization?
No.
Hey, Parkour delivery.
Let's go, my Parkour delivery is here. Now that I'm a Parkour Pro, I can get Parkour delivered to my house.
Hey, did you order Parkour construction to this house?
Yes sir, that's me. I ordered the 6-block tall slime jump to my bedroom.
Sounds good. Where do you want it built?
Let's see. I think this would be a good place for it. You think you can build it right there?
Oh, sure. I can make that happen.
To think just a few days ago I was a Parkour noob, and now I'm getting custom Parkour jumps installed in my house is crazy.
This look good?
Yep, I think it's perfect. Hey, thanks man for parkouring all the way out here.
Sure, you got my payment?
Oh, yeah, for sure. It was 4 1-blocks in a row, right? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go, thank you very much.
He's gonna fall and
my
go back
tip?
down.
Your tip?
Sometime.
Really? Don't tell me you thought you weren't gonna tip me.
If you're a Parkour Pro, it's always expected that you tip when you buy something. Oh, I hope I make this. Oh, that was close.
Oh, wow. A 360? Yeah, you're good, man. Thanks.
And like most things in Parkour civilization, the way you tip is with more parkour. Luckily, I survived that payment for the jump installed in my house. If I missed any one of those jumps, I would have fallen back down to the Parkour noob level, and my journey to become a pro would have been for nothing. But I won't say it wasn't worth it, because now I can practice slime jumps anytime I want inside of my house. And this is how my new life is as a pro in Parkour civilization. No Parkour noob at the bottom level knows what life is like up here, except I was the only one to rank up and become a part of Parkour society. To rank up to a Parkour Pro, I had to be the first noob in history story to
Yeah,
beat
we
an
already saw
impossible
this.
parkour course. When I got
No
to the
shit.
top, I got my iron boots and I was
This has all
officially
already
a
been
pro. I
explained.
thought I had made it. I thought I was at the top of parkour civilization. But that's when I realized I truly knew nothing about the world I was living in. My journey to getting to the top of parkour civilization wasn't even close to being done. Now, I was about to discover what life was like on the second layer of parkour civilization. At the parkour pro level, everywhere you look is a 2-block jump. When I was a parkour noob, I thought 2-block jumps were extremely hard. But now that I could sprint, I realized they were almost like 1-block jumps. Something about the pro level felt different. Maybe it was the fact that when I was a noob, I would see dirt in the sky, but now there's nothing above me. And that's when I looked back at the parkour temple. There was still a world above me, and now it was way higher up. But there was something else that was different. I was staring down at the house I used to live in. When I was down on the noob level, I would look up and all I would see is dirt. But somehow on the pro level, I could look down, and I could only assume that the same goes for the layer above me. Now that I was adjusted to my surroundings, it was time to go searching for a place to buy a house.
Depending
That
on
was
when this was
assuming
made,
that
what
life
above that?
still worked like that up here. When I took a look around, all I saw were the same identical buildings. Maybe this time I wouldn't be getting a mansion. But that's when I found a building that looked different, and it definitely didn't look like a house. When I walked inside the building, sure enough, it was a shop to buy a new house.
Hey, aren't you the noob who ranked up?
That would be me.
Oh yeah, I
This
thought it
guy.
was you. I'm selling houses today. Choose one you want to buy.
Let's go, it's time to buy my first house as a parkour pro. Let's see what these prices are. I can get one house for a 2-block jump. Oh, that's super cheap. Alright, what is this one over here? I can get one house for a 2.5 block jump. Okay, that's a little more expensive. And this last one is one house for a 3-block... Wait, why are these all the same? All of these options are for the same house.
Oops, busted. I was trying to get a little more profit.
Why would anyone fall for that? Since there was only one house to buy, I obviously went with the cheapest option and bought my first house with a 2-block jump.
Congrats on buying your first house as a parkour pro. Let me take you to it.
Let's go! Since all the houses were identical, it was no surprise that I got one that looked like this.
You're all set to move in. Feel free to call the parkour delivery service if you want your jumps changed.
A parkour delivery service? Let's go! Being a parkour pro is awesome! The living room in my house had 2 1-block jumps, and the entire house itself was 3 stories tall. Looks like 3 jumps to get to my bed on the top floor.
Hey, it's your neighbor. Can I come in?
Oh, sure.
Thanks.
This guy.
You're that F-boat guy, right? You're the noob who beat the course and ranked up?
Yeah, that's me. I'm the first one to do it, I guess.
I can't believe you're my neighbor. That's crazy. Well, you probably have questions about life up here, right? Anything you want to know?
Yeah, one actually. What happens when we fall? What is the punishment for missing a jump at the pro level?
You go down a level. If you miss a jump, you'll be a noob, and you'll have to beat the course again.
Okay, so I can never fall, noted. So who are the people above us then? What's above a pro?
It's probably best I just show you. Here, come with me.
My neighbor started telling me everything there was to know about parkour civilization. He brought me back to the parkour temple where all the statues were. He explained how parkour civilization starts at the noob level, and at level 2, you become a parkour pro. Then, there were the parkour masters. If you were lucky enough to rank up, you get gold boots and you become a master. My neighbor said that parkour masters never come down to the pro level, but if they do ever come down, it's a parkour pro's nightmare. He said the parkour masters are ruthless. And then he walked over to the largest statue, the one with the diamond boots. He said that this was the parkour champion. He said that most people down here don't even believe that the champion is real, but the stories say there can only be one parkour champion. Whoever that was lives at the top of parkour civilization, which means if I was gonna make it to the top, I would have to become a parkour champion. My first day as a parkour pro was strange. For once, no one was at my door making me parkour for food. But then the question was, how do I get food now? Or what do I even do? I saw that there was another pro going somewhere, so I decided to follow him. Soon after, I saw another pro going in the same direction, which meant they were probably heading to something important. After jumping for a few minutes, I saw what they were heading to. They were all heading to this massive structure in the distance. When I got closer, I saw that there was a bunch of parkour pros lined up for something. Whatever this place was, these parkour pros were willing to do 2-block vertical jumps to get here. Fortunately, I didn't fail any of these jumps and I made it into the line. I must have woken up late to whatever this was because I was the last one to show up. At this point, I didn't know if that was a good thing or a bad thing, but that's when I saw what everyone was waiting in line for. There was a dispenser at the end of the structure. The pro in front of me picked up 2 items, but the only thing I saw them holding was a piece of paper. What could be so valuable about that piece of paper that people would wait in line this long for? When it was my turn, I clicked the button, and I got a piece of steak. So this is how the parkour pros get food. Then I received the piece of paper. The paper said farm work equals 15 minutes. And this is when I realized how life was different on the pro level of parkour civilization. Instead of
Manual
parkouring
labor.
for food like the noobs do, the pros parkour for work. Just like the guy who sold me my house, the guards in parkour prison, or even the pros that fed me every day. They were all just completing their daily task that they got from this piece of paper. And now for my first daily
Oh my
task, I was
God.
assigned to work on the farm. Before this, I had never seen an animal in parkour civilization, but this is the place they were all kept. This place was responsible for feeding all
So
of the
it is
parkour pros
literally
and all of the
politics.
parkour noobs. And it should be no surprise that in parkour civilization, even the animals had to do a parkour course. My daily task meant that I had to watch all of the animals that did the parkour course. Oh man, this job is terrible. Now I'm just gonna have to watch a cow fall off and die. Whoa, what the?
Yo!
Oh my
Yo!
god, this
Yo!
cow's cooking.
Yo!
How do
Yo!
you even do
Yo!
that? The parkour pros only eat the meat from the animals that complete the parkour course. They say it enhances your parkour abilities. As for the other animals that don't make the course, well, that's where the meat comes from on the noob level. And some noob's gonna have to eat that. Wow, I cannot say I missed that.
So
Parkour pros do their daily tasks for a reason. Once you've completed the task that you got on your piece of paper, you take it to the training grounds. This place is basically the only reason parkour pros are incentivized to work. This is because this is the only place in parkour civilization where you can practice parkour without worrying about falling to the lower level. The entrance to the training grounds is blocked by a barrier, and the only way in is to throw in your slip of paper once you've completed the work. The daily task I completed gave me 15 minutes of practice time. That meant for the next 15 minutes, I could practice any parkour jump I could possibly think of. Here, you have the ability to build any parkour jump you want. But with this being my first day as a parkour pro, I didn't even know what I needed to practice. So I just decided to do the jumps that people left here. It seemed like a lot of the pros were practicing fence jumps, which are jumps I had little to no experience on. But what scared me the most is what I saw over here. I'll still have full hunger for days. And now, instead of being bullied by all the parkour pros like I was down at the noob level, I can just do anything I want and no one's here to punish me.
Hey, you want to come with me to get our
So,
daily jobs?
This is like
I don't
the
want to be
middle
late.
class.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna
And
do
the-
my daily
the
task. I think I'm just gonna
noobs
chill
are like-
today, honestly.
Poor,
What?
like homeless people.
What do you mean you're gonna
Like,
chill? You're
the
not gonna
lower
get your
class.
daily tasks?
Bottom class.
Are you sure about that?
What? I mean, no one
This
says
is
we have to,
political.
so what's the
What
problem?
fuck?
I don't know. I just have never seen anyone not do their
Parkour
daily tasks.
civilization is
Well, maybe I'm
politics.
teaching the parkour pros that they don't have to parkour all the time. But later that day, I realized I made a huge mistake. What in the world is that sound? Bro, come on, I was just trying to sleep. Who keeps making that horn noise?
Dude, hurry! You gotta get out here now. Follow me and make sure you don't miss a jump.
Whoa, 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 what's going on? Be late for what? Wait, where are you going?
I'll explain
I started
when I get
parkouring in
there.
the direction that my neighbor was going. And that's when I saw a bunch of parkour pros lined up, standing completely still. I had no clue what was going on, but I followed my neighbor and soon I got in line with all of the other parkour pros. No one was saying anything. Hey, can anyone tell me what's going on?
Dude, don't say anything and look straight ahead.
Why? Can't someone just explain what's happening? But that's when it happened. Not too far ahead, someone dropped down from the sky.
What?
It was a parkour master.
One of you was supposed to design a new course, but someone didn't do their task. Who was it?
Oh no, I'm done for. Why does this have to be me? I watched as the parkour master interrogated each and every one of the parkour pros, knowing that sooner or later he was gonna show up where I was.
You. What was your task?
My task, I was selling houses to noobs on the bottom level.
Someone already did that task. Prepare for a parkour battle.
A parkour
Oh,
battle?
what?
The parkour battle starts now.
This is just great. Why does my first parkour battle have to be against a parkour master?
For my first attack, I'm attacking you with a 3-block jump.
Okay, a 3-block jump, that's doable.
This is so
I think I could
boring.
survive this round. In parkour civilization, it should be no surprise that people fight each other with more parkour. If someone attacks you with a jump and you don't make it, you pay the price. Oh, this isn't good. I'm already down 4 hearts.
I gave you an easy one, but I guess this is going to be over faster than I I thought. Get ready for my next attack.
The worst part about parkour battles is you can't even attack your opponent until you defend one of their attacks. And by the looks of this next jump, I probably won't be attacking the parkour master at all.
Your turn. 4 blocks by 3 blocks diagonal jump.
Alright, here goes nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh man, this is so far. How did he do this first try? I was hoping I would get lucky, but luck wasn't on my side. The second attack hit me, and I was down to 2
I mean, he's
hearts.
gonna lock in.
This
He's
is
gonna
too fun
lock
for
in.
me. One more attack, and you'll be gone forever.
The parkour master was right. If I failed to defend one more attack, it's game over for me. All I could hope for now is that the parkour master fails this last jump. That way, I could actually have a chance to attack. No way he makes this first try. Oh god, he made it.
This is it for you, Parkour Pro. A 3-block vertical jump to decide your fate.
This was it. My entire journey in Parkour Civilization came down to this one jump, and it was a 3-block vertical jump. I thought when I ranked up to become a Parkour Pro, my days
He's
of
so
parkouring
good.
to survive were over,
My
but
God,
I
so
soon
washed.
realized I knew nothing about Parkour Society. Even as a pro, I wasn't even close to being at the top of Parkour Civilization. The Parkour Pros were the workers of society. Every day we would, and I found out the hard way what happens if you skip your job, because the one day I didn't get my daily task, a parkour master came down and challenged me to a parkour battle. And now I have to do the hardest jump I've ever done in my life if I want to live. This was it. All my work to rank up to become a parkour pro was gonna be for nothing if I didn't make this jump. But at least I was gonna die trying. I took a deep breath and I jumped. What? Is this real?
What?
I did it. I made a 3-block vertical jump.
You just bought yourself 5 more minutes of time, but we both know your fate. Get ready to attack me.
The parkour master was right. All I did was buy myself a little time. How was I going to be able to do a jump that the parkour master couldn't do? And if I make it too easy, the parkour master will just get another chance to attack me. I got lucky last time, but I don't think I'd survive another attack from the parkour master. For my first attack, I built a 1-block jump, and I did a 360. Maybe, just maybe, there was a chance this would work.
Wow, a 360? I've never done that before, but if you did it, it can't be that hard.
Let's go. He's never done it before. I needed him to fail this jump.
What? How? Who even does 360?
By some miracle, my attack against the parkour master was successful. I think I found his weakness. He couldn't do a 360. This was my chance. I just had to make sure that I kept making my jumps. For my next attack, I built a 2-block jump. I've never even made this jump before, but my entire life depended on it. I jumped, and I successfully made a 2-block jump with the
How are you doing these jumps?
I watched as the parkour master tried to defend against my attack, but once again, the 360 was too difficult for him.
This can't be possible. How are you beating me?
Now, both the parkour master and I were at 2 hearts. The next person to land an attack would win the parkour battle. Alright, you ready for Steve?
No, stop. I yield. You win the parkour battle.
What? Are you serious? No way. I actually won the parkour battle? Somehow I beat a parkour master.
Because you beat me, I have something that can help you rank up to become a parkour master.
I could become a parkour master? The master said that the course to becoming a parkour master would be impossible, but he had something that could help me along the way. He pulled out an item and threw it on the ground. I went to pick it up, and I figured out that it was a totem of undying. He said somewhere in the course there is a jump that I won't survive, and I'll know it when I see it. He told me to go attempt the course to rank up and find this jump. He said to find any information about the secret to completing that jump, because if I can figure out how to make the jump, I could rank up to become a parkour master. This was insane. Earlier today, I didn't even know parkour battles existed, and somehow I won my first battle, not just against anyone, but a parkour master. And now I actually have a reason to go back to the parkour temple and try to do the course to become a parkour master. I didn't like thinking about the fact that that wasn't the course to rank up. That was just the path to get up to the temple. But I wasn't going to make the journey up the temple just yet. Not only did I need food to get my health back, but I needed to do my daily task. I barely escaped with my life after missing 1 day of work, so I wasn't going to do that again. And today my task was feed noobs. I realized after all this time of being a parkour pro, I've never made my way back down to the noob level yet. I wonder if anything's changed down there since I ranked up. If you're a pro in Parkour Civilization and you fall, you'll lose your rank and become a noob again. But you can still go down to the lower level. There's just a different way. Then back to this part of the parkour temple. since I ranked up. And now that I was a pro, I had access to a different doorway that I've never seen before. This new path led to a giant staircase that would take me back down to the noob level. If I missed one of these jumps, I would for sure die, but fortunately, 1-block jumps are too easy for me now that I'm a parkour pro. When I got to the bottom, I collected everything I needed in order for me to complete my daily task. It's crazy to think that I'm still the only one to have ever completed this course, but the barrier I used still should be there, so maybe someone else will. This is so strange. I once lived in this neighborhood. That was once my mansion, and now as a parkour pro, I can see what it really looks like from down here. When I lived here, I was the only one that lived in my neighborhood, or at least the only one left. So does anyone live here anymore? Hello? Anyone home? Okay, I guess not. Maybe someone bought my mansion? I don't know. Hello? Anyone here?
Yeah, I'm coming.
Oh, no way. Someone actually does live here. Alright, time to set up the jumps. Let's see, 1-block jump for raw chicken, and then the 1-block vertical jump for raw beef. Man, I can't believe I'm actually doing this job now. Alright, mandatory parkour check.
Oh, great. It's you.
You're a parkour noob now? Weren't you just at my house? Yeah, you delivered my parkour to me. So, what happened?
What do you think happened, genius? You just paid me a huge tip, and I was so happy. And then I fell out the front door.
Hey man, well, you know, I ranked up, so you could too. Alright, so now you have to choose your jump.
You think I don't know what to do already? Just let me jump for my food in peace.
Hey, I feel like I remember being in a situation that was just like this. You really think I could rank up to be a parkour pro?
Not a chance. You're a parkour noob. And you think you're so good now. Just wait till I rank up.
Oh, shoot. Oh, man, that sucks. Dang, now he has to spend another 50 years in parkour prison. Oh well. After only finding 2 noobs to feed, I went back to the other neighborhood where I found the old man. It just seems so weird that he disappeared out of nowhere. I wanted to see if there's a chance that he came back. But when I got to the house, a parkour master walked out the front door. Luckily, I wasn't spotted. What was a parkour master doing all the way at the noob level? And why did he come from this house? When I thought the coast was clear, I made my way over. This couldn't be a coincidence. This is the only house I've seen with a secret room, and now a parkour master shows up here? Does the master even know about the secret room? I went to go inside, but something was wrong. There was no secret doorway. It was gone. I was sure this was the right house. That parkour master must have came here to block up the entrance. I sat there thinking about why the parkour master would do that, but nothing made sense to me. But that didn't matter to me right now. Now that I finished my daily task, it was time to try the course to rank up to become a parkour master and find this impossible jump. I got back up to the pro level, dropped off my daily task paper, and got ready to climb the parkour temple. Now I had one thing to worry about, and that was making this initial course to get into the temple. I wasn't worried about falling. I was worried about wasting my totem of undying. The parkour master said that I would not survive the impossible jump. So if I got to that jump with no totem of undying, then this entire journey would be for nothing. I scaled my way up the side of the parkour temple until I got to the very top. Most of the jumps were 2-block vertical jumps, but towards the end, I had to make this 3-block jump. Now, I couldn't afford to make any mistakes. That's when I made the last jump and I was inside the parkour temple. What's crazy is that none of those jumps were a part of the real course to rank up. This was the real course. Already at first glance, I was seeing blocks I've never seen used in parkour before, but I was expecting that. There's a reason why almost no pros even attempt this course, and that's because it's so dangerous. Fence jumps, trapdoor jumps, and ladder jumps, the jumps just kept getting harder and harder the more I looked at it. But I wasn't here to rank up. All I was here to do was find the impossible jump that if I find this jump and study it like he told me to, maybe I have an actual chance of becoming a parkour master. I climbed to the top of the ladder, and now I was really at the start of the course. Any fall from this height would result in death. And of course I have to do fence jumps as the very first section. I held out my totem of undying and I climbed on the course to begin. Fence jumps were my worst nightmare, but so far I've made 3 in a row. But I soon realized that's all I needed to do, because I think I found the impossible jump. What is this jump? Is this a 4-block vertical fence jump? There's no way this is the right way, right? But there was nowhere else to go. This was clearly the right path, but this jump it had to be impossible.
Bro, I'm invested in this shit. Stop loading. I gotta see this shit. I'm just trying to see how far behind y'all are.
Well, the master gave me a totem for a reason. I attempted the jump, but got nowhere close to even making it. It's the Totem of Undying, and I'm just hoping that that was the jump he was talking about. I knew just the way to do that. Fortunately, it was my neighbor who was working as the parkour delivery service today. Hey, I need a jump built in my house. Follow me. I need to show you what it looks like. Alright, so for the jump I need built, it's kind of a little ways away.
Aw, man. Is the parkour jump all the way up there?
Yeah, it's fine. I'll tip you good. Just follow me. I brought my neighbor all the way up into the parkour temple and showed him the jump I wanted him to build. Since the jump was complicated, he placed down a block that copies every block on this jump. And after paying for his services, I now have this impossible parkour jump inside my own house. Now I can study this jump every single day. It turns out the jump was a 3-block vertical jump, but with the fences, it turns into a 4-block. It was actually impossible. So what was I missing here? I couldn't just practice this jump because Parkour Civilization laws state all jumps inside your home must have a risk of dying. So practicing wasn't gonna be my best option. This doesn't make any sense. I'll think about it tomorrow, I guess. I was gonna leave it, but that's when I slipped. No! For my entire life, I've been parkouring to survive. That's how any of us survive in Parkour Civilization. If you don't make the jumps, you pay the price. But no matter how many people I've seen fall, that never stopped me from believing that I could parkour all the way to the top of society. I was the first noob to ever rank up to become a parkour pro. I beat a parkour master in my first parkour battle, and I even found the impossible jump that the parkour master told me to look for. The worst part is I was so close. I actually thought I could be a champion one day, but one jump can change everything. No! I thought I was dead until I wasn't. What? How am I alive? My journey in Parkour Civilization should have ended. I was supposed to die there, but a barrier block caught my fall. This barrier block had to have been placed by someone, right? Unless it wasn't. The guy who came to deliver parkour used a device that copied every single block from the impossible jump. That had to be it. The barrier was from the impossible jump. This is what the parkour master wanted me to find. It was the way to get past the impossible jump. And now that I know about it, I can actually rank up to become a parkour master. This means I was gonna have to prepare. I couldn't believe it. Just a few minutes ago, I was about to fall down back to the noob level and become a parkour noob forever. And now I'm preparing to rank up again to become a parkour master. Alright, let's see what my daily task is today. Parkour course building. Okay, definitely cannot skip that. The last time I tried skipping my daily task, I was assigned parkour course building, and that resulted in a parkour master challenging me to a parkour battle where I barely survived, so I'm not gonna do that again. So far, this was the first time I've done a daily task that was located in Parkour Prison, and the only way to get there is by jumping in the void. Ever since I escaped this prison, I've never been back, and now I'm working here.
Oh, finally you're here. I thought you were never gonna show up. The parkour masters want another glass course made, and make sure you don't make the jumps too easy. There's only 2 noobs left in Parkour Prison, so I'll just grab one of them to do the course.
There's only 2 noobs left in Parkour Prison? I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. In Parkour Civilization, the parkour pros are responsible courses for the parkour masters. And since the pros would never want to try these courses on their own, the prisoners of Parkour Prison are used instead. No way, it's you again!
And you think you're so good now. Just wait till I rank up.
Oh, shoot! I'm sorry, man, but you gotta be the one to do random parkour testing today.
Why can't you pick the old guy? He's like 100 years old.
Look, man, I don't make the rules. You just gotta do the course.
Oh my god!
This is too easy. I'm making it out of here.
No! Oh no, he's gone for real this time. Alright, daily task completed. One step closer to becoming a parkour master.
May you save us all, F-Bow.
After a few more days of completing more daily tasks, I was getting closer to attempting the course to rank up to become a master. I had been planning this out carefully. I wasn't just gonna go into the hardest parkour course of my life unprepared. I had saved 4 of my daily task papers to take to the parkour training grounds. As a parkour pro, each daily task you complete gives you 15 minutes of practice time. Since I saved up, I have now 1 hour to practice as much parkour as I could. This would probably be one of the last times I could parkour without worrying about dying. Because once I step foot into the parkour temple to become a master, there would be no turning back. All of this preparation is relying on the fact that there actually is a secret path to get past the impossible jump. But I've come too far and I've been through too much to give up now. I have to believe there's a way to rank up. I tried practicing every jump that I remembered from the
I'm
parkour
starting to
temple.
lose
Most of the
tension.
jumps I saw were either fences, trapdoors, or ladders, and I used my entire time in the training grounds practicing those jumps. By the end of the hour, I felt before. I was speedrunning through fence jumps and trapdoor jumps easily. 3-block jumps weren't even a challenge for me by the end of my training, and that's how I knew that it was time to head to the parkour temple and do the course to become a parkour master.
Yes, sir. He's heading to the parkour temple now. Don't worry, sir. I have something planned. I can promise.
Me up the parkour temple. The last time I made this climb, I had a totem of undying for a second chance. But this time around, there would be no second chances. This was my last and only run. If I don't make every single one of these jumps in the parkour course, this would be the last view I ever have of parkour civilization. But that's how parkour life is. You either rise or you fall. You can never stay in the same place. And I had decided that I was going to be the one to rise. I got to the top of the ladder, and it was time to start the parkour course. Any fall from this height would be the death of me. But the fence jumps weren't what I was worried about. It was this, the impossible jump. This is when I find out if the secret path is real or not. I studied where the barrier block was in my house. If I wanted to land on the barrier, I would have to walk off the fence. If I jumped, I would miss the block. And that's assuming it was even there. But there's only one way to find out. I walked off the ledge, and I was alive. Was here. The secret path was real. Now I knew it was possible.
What?
It was possible to become a parkour master. I looked around for where to go next, and I saw the outline of a barrier 3 blocks to my left. And I saw the staircase of barriers that would lead up back onto the parkour course. I've never done invisible parkour before, but there's a first time for everything. I made the 3-block jump, and I was on the secret path. I didn't understand. Did someone make the secret path, or was the course designed like this from the beginning? Either way, however the secret path got there, it got me back on the course. And now I was gonna have to make every jump first try. Thankfully, I got past the fence section, but now I was on the trapdoors. Trapdoors were only a quarter of the size of a regular block, meaning if I missed the jump by even a little, it would be game over. This next jump was a 3-block diagonal jump. I didn't practice this jump, but I made it. I had made it past potentially break my fall, but here, there was nothing that could save me. Luckily, I made it past the door section. Now, I was onto the ladder section. Everything was going smoothly until I found something I've never seen. This is a 2-block vertical
Yeah,
jump.
that's
I've never
easy.
seen this jump before, but I figured it had to be possible. I went for it, and I made it. And that's when I saw one of the
What?
hardest jumps I've ever seen. Oh no, this could be the end of me. Too close. I was inches away from slipping off the ladder, but by some miracle, I was...
Bro! Road! I'm invested. I'm probably just gonna continue this tomorrow. I'm like actually really bored. I don't know. I guess I'm gonna like. Yeah, you know that way out there. Da-da. Watch this shit. The haters are reasonable because my music's ass. Like absolutely devious macros. Ooh, I could use this if like I have an MC5 chip. Like, that would be devious as an MMC5. Using the MMC5 chip for the extra pulse channels. And instead of just being a regular 6-speed, I'm going to set it to a 5/6 groove. Not 5/6 time signature, but like, you'll see what I mean. It's fast. It's slightly faster than 6, but it's slower than 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 8. Okay, it's almost done. It's descending far too quickly. Set this to 40. Bring me the head of Charlie Brown. This is looking pretty banging so far. Banging sermon, my man. Still, even then. Fuck it. 80. These are the most insane macros you've ever seen. So perfect, it's devious. And these bass notes are likely not even going to be, what is it? At full volume. So that they don't take up the melody. Visualizes. Where was my oscilloscope? I think I accidentally got rid of it. Alright, so that's done. That's likely just how the main melody is going to go. So I'm going to create a new instrument. Hold on. I had to. Like, this is probably gonna be set at like 8. Let's try 8. My end stream. Where's OBS? I'm gonna end stream because I'm bored as fuck. And fucking no one's watching. So, bye bye.